Okay, headed to Atlanta Brick Co. I am in the basement and picking up a tub of things that we are going to trade in today to get some store credit. Here's the list of everything that we have. Gringotts, which is sealed over here at the bottom there. I know that's still in stores. Gringotts Vault, gift with purchase. Diagon Alley, which is loose, but it's complete. Inside of there, all bagged up nice and neat. Also have Hogwarts Castle, Hogwarts Icons, the Hogwarts Express. It's sealed in this box right here. And then we have the collectible minifigure series 1 and 2. And then a couple of Build Your Own Adventure set, no book, minifig collection, Tom Riddle. And then the Golden Anniversary figures, there's 9 total. And those are right here. So there's the base and all that. All the figures are individually bagged. Having a hard time trying to figure out the price on that in Bricklink. I know with eBay they were selling anywhere between $200 to $300, so it'll be interesting to see what Atlanta Brick Co. gives me with that. So that's Harry Potter. And then we have some miscellaneous sets. So we have Ecto 1, which is somewhere. There she is. Ecto 1 is there. Trading that in. Scooby-Doo, Haunted Mansion and Mystery Machine. So there's the Mystery Machine, and then the Haunted Mansion is somewhere in here. Again, all sealed up, nice and neat, and actually has that Velma figure, which is the exclusive to that. Here it is right here. The set's in there all nice and bundled, but there's Velma right there. Okay, what else do we have here? Some collectible Disney figure series 1, 2, and 3. Emmett from the Lego Movie Disney Tribute Camera. I gotta find that set real quick before we go. And then Steamboat Willie is right here, all bagged up, and the minifigures are in there, individually bagged as well. And then some gift with purchase stuff that we have. So, gonna trade that in and see what we get. Some store credit to go towards future Star Wars sets for the collection. So, gonna get this loaded up, and then we will hit the road. Okay, well, got everything loaded up into the truck. So the tub of goodness, found the Disney Tribute Camera, Gringotts, Hogwarts Express, and other stuff. But it is hot as Hades today here in Atlanta, Georgia. So we got about an hour and 20-minute drive to Atlanta Brick Co. So let's get on the road and get going. So let's talk about why I am trading in my Harry Potter collection. And I started collecting Lego back around 2013, 2014. And my relationship with Harry Potter is one that is really connected to my son. When the Harry Potter books came out, and the original movies came out, I was into my adulthood, so I did not read the books, and I do remember watching some of the movies, but not really being that much into them. They were okay, and I don't even think I watched all of them when they originally hit their theatrical release. And so I knew of Harry Potter, but really didn't know much about Harry Potter. So fast forward to about, I would say 2014, somewhere around there, 2015. My son is about, I don't know, and I may be getting my dates off here. My son's probably about 8 years old at this point, and we wanted to encourage him in his reading. So we purchased the first Harry Potter book for Christmas one year and gave it to him as a gift, and it sat on his shelf for about 6 months. So I was determined to have him read this book and at least try it. Now again, I wasn't expecting him to read the entire series. After all, I didn't, so I wasn't expecting that out of him. And so I did commit to him to say, hey, let's read a chapter a night as a part of his bedtime routine to kind of help get him to calm down. So we started doing that, reading a chapter a night, and, one chapter turned into 2 chapters, turned into 3, and, all along the way, I was like, well, what do you think, bud? You want to keep going? He's like, yeah, let's go. This is awesome. And so we went through that book in about I think 2 to 3 week span. And the promise was with him, because my son loves watching, consuming media and movies, and he likes watching movies and he wanted to watch the Harry Potter movies before reading the books. And the deal was, nope, you got to read the book first, and then we can watch the movie. So we did that and watched the first Harry Potter movie. And then we quickly dove into the second book, and then we just progressed that. Book 2 turned into book 3, turned into book 4, and before you know it, over the course of about 6 months, we read through all of the books and we watched all the movies. So that was I had a deep appreciation for Harry Potter, especially the books. Loved the books, and I had a new appreciation for the movies as well. Obviously, when we started collecting Lego in 2013, 2014, we missed out on the first wave, not the first wave, but the original wave of Harry Potter sets that they released. And so when they came back and Lego decided to bring back the theme, we were ecstatic about it. And I was, especially just because I wanted to recapture, the excitement and the memories of the books and the movies. When they came out, I started collecting them, and in my mind, like I think all of us do at some point or another, it was like, I'm going to collect every Harry Potter set that comes out. And I started to for this first couple of years, and it was just a lot to keep up with. So after about 2 or 3 years of trying to do that, and when you're trying to collect Star Wars, which is, massive and all-encompassing and expensive, and you're doing Winter Village, and you're doing a little bit of space, and you're trying to do every Harry Potter, it just became too much. And so I decided to stop collecting Harry Potter and trade in a lot of the play scale sets, and then only do the large sets that they came out with. So like Hogwarts Castle, the big one, the micro scale one, I should say, the 71043 Hogwarts Castle is an amazing set. Love that set. Had it on display for a long time, but eventually storage, came at a premium, and I decided to tear that thing down and bag it up and save it for a day when I would get some more space, but that day has not come. So I was like, I'm just gonna do the big sets. I had Diagon Alley, I had the Hogwarts Icons, Gringotts came out, the Hogwarts Express, and I was just like, I'm just gonna keep doing this. And it was fine, and I've collected them, but they have been in my basement for the entirety of the last at least 3 years. And when I buy the new sets like the Hogwarts Express or Gringotts, I just don't even build them, because I know that I'm not going to have any space for them, so I'll just keep them sealed. And then one day, again, when I get more space, I will display them. And I'm just at a point in my collecting world where it is about focus. And again, the two primary things that every Lego collector has to deal with is lack of funds and lack of space. And so both of those things are very relevant in my life right now. So that's why I'm trading in Harry Potter today. I'm also trading in some miscellaneous sets that I quickly went over in the basement, and that is Ecto 1 from Ghostbusters. I'm an 80s kid. I loved Ghostbusters growing up, and Ecto 1 was one of the first sets, not the first set, but it was a handful, the first 3 or 4 sets that I ever bought when I started collecting Lego back in 2013, 2014. And I loved the set, but again, like with everything, it got put in storage, and along with Scooby-Doo, so the Mystery Machine and the Haunted Mansion. My kids loved Scooby-Doo growing up, and I did as well. I mean, who didn't love Scooby-Doo when you were growing up? Maybe you didn't. It's not for everybody, I get that. But those Lego sets were awesome, but what they became was Halloween sets. And so I would put them in storage and bring them out at Halloween every year and put a little display together of the Haunted Mansion, the Mystery Machine, along with Ecto 1. And it was like a little, just a little display for Halloween time. Problem is, I like Halloween. I don't love Halloween. I really love Christmas. And Christmas time in our household starts really in October. October is when usually the new Winter Village sets comes out for release, like end of September, early October. So I always purchase that. I have one of the kids build that, and then I start putting together my Winter Village, which we've been collecting Winter Village now since Santa's Workshop. So we have 11 or 12 of them at this point. And so we have a pretty sizable Winter Village that just takes a lot of time to put together with the Mills plates and all the extra stuff that we have with it. So that's a lot of fun, but I start putting that together in October because starting November 1st, we do Christmas lights, and we do a pretty substantial amount of Christmas lights on our house, and I install them all on the rooftop, around the windows, lots of bushes, yard lights, you name it. It's like the Griswold house. So that starts literally as soon as Halloween ends, 9 p.m. The cutoff is boom, Halloween's down the next day. And then on November 2nd, Christmas lights start going. And it takes a lot of time just because I have to work on them in between you know, a job and everything, so I do it on nights and weekends, but it takes a while. And then also I have some Disney stuff. I have the collectible minifigure series, all 3 series that they've come out with. Also have Steamboat Willie, and also the camera that I think is still out in Lego stores now. You can still purchase that. I just kind of wanted to give the backstory of the sets that we are turning in today, why I am doing them, and my previous attachment to them. It's not a strong attachment any further, and again, I need the space, I need the funds. All right, well, we are almost there. It is on the other side of this intersection, and yeah, but I think it is 1:30, so I think I'm gonna go grab something to eat, and then we're going to go through there. Chick-fil-A secured. My go-to spicy chicken sandwich combo, no pickles, add pepper jack cheese, mac and cheese to the side, large sweet tea, extra ice. Let's go. Okay, there she is. Atlanta Brick Co. If you've never been, it is definitely a destination place that you must. Doesn't look like much from the outside as far as size, but it is huge. So let's park and let's go see what we can find. Okay, so we are here at Atlanta Brick Co. And as you can see, there's a lot going on here. Place is massive. A lot of new changes and cases since I was here last time. Ninjago. A lot of city. Lots of city sets right here. Good mix of pre-built and sealed. Let's go over here. Super Mario. Ooh, Pepe. Here's their Harry Potter section. So, a lot of stuff in this case. Some things in this case. Diagon Alley up there. Goodbye, Harry. What we're really here for is this section. So all the pre-built sets are here, which they're just a lot. And all the sealed. So I got a couple great sets right here from Rebels. I have both sets, but they're both open. I think this one now is $250, and that one is $800 sealed. It's crazy. I think when I bought that, that was 80 bucks, Toys R Us. RIP, Toys R Us. I have that set. I need this set, but I don't love it. I want it more for the minifigures. Have that, that's on sale now. I have that, 501st, have that, have those. I don't collect 4+ sets, and I don't collect helmets either, but I have both of these sets. Have that, Obi-Wan. I do have this Venator. How much is this right now? That's $800 as well, sealed, which is awesome. I need to get the UCS Venator. I don't usually collect a lot of UCS sets just because they take up too much room, but I love that. I have all these as well. Have that, I do need that, but I'm going to just stop by Walmart because it's like 25 bucks on sale right now. On the way home, I hit Walmart. Don't do a lot of the microfighters, smaller sets. I do battle packs. I have that. I have that. I do want that, but I want it sealed. I have that. Have that, have that. Have that. A collection of all the Old Republic is awesome. This is I think, $200. This year's gift with purchase. Have that, have that, that. Have that. Again, don't do helmets. Have that and that. That and that. And that as well, so awesome. Okay, moment of truth. They just came back and we have $1,800 in store credit is what we'll be looking at. So I think it was about $3,200 retail price, at least based upon the last 6 months of sales on Bricklink. I looked at the average price of each set and it was roughly around $3,200. So Atlanta Brick Co. is given just a shy under 60%, so not bad. And again, I know I could sell these all on my own, but there's a lot to go through, and again, it's not stuff I'm super passionate about. So I'm happy with the 1,800. That will go a long way in getting some sets to add to my collection for Star Wars. Some more sets here. They have the Bespin Duel set, awesome set, 230 bucks sealed. Some battle packs. I don't have that one, so maybe, but I have that. Have that. I have that one. What else is behind here? That's so pretty. Nothing crazy. I have that R2. Great ship, Onyx Cinder. Justifier. I think that was a gift with purchase, but I have that as well. My Law's family. Those are cool drops. Mini scale back there. I have those battle packs, so I think we're good. I have those. A lot of Ghost in stock. Let's go over here. There's a lot of custom stuff. Books, loose sets. Blue Milk Luke. Remember when he was 60? The things dropped. I've had that Vader pod. What else? There's some fun stuff here. Nice. All right, just finishing up at Atlanta Brick Co. and wanted to show you what I walked away with. Again, I got about just a little over $1,800 in store credit, and I used half of it already. Yeah, and the haul is, well, here it is. First up, I got 75522, and this was a 20th anniversary set that I believe you got. It was a gift with purchase when you got the bigger version of this set, which I did not get. It was just not my thing, but I wanted to collect all the anniversary sets. So really it's a small set, but it's got the anniversary plaque in there right there. So anyways, finally got that to add to the collection. And then I got another poly bag. Got TC4. Have been wanting this to add to the collection, so finally was able to snag that as well. So excited about that. And then the price goes up here. I was able to get TC14. So this was a May the 4th promo. This was the second year of the May the 4th promos. And so I have all the other ones, including Darth Revan. So he's sealed and I have him at home, but I've been on the hunt for TC14, so I was able to snag that. And then the big boy, the heater to add to the May the 4th promo, the one that started it all, which was the Shadow Trooper. And this was almost $500. So yeah, isn't that crazy? One minifigure. But this was the first May the 4th promo, and so along with this, and also with the addition of TC14, I now have all of the May the 4th promos. The only ones I have sealed are these two, and then I have Darth Revan. Everything else that I have is opened, but I was excited to kind of complete that part of the collection of the May the 4th promos, and then again add TC4, and then also this as well. So hard to believe that right there is about $900 going home with me. Let me just go ahead and get these. There we go. Nice and safe and secure for the ride home. That's it for Atlanta Brick Co. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.